As I was doing my research for my series on New York City on TV, I started to rewatch Mad Men and noticed that the characters on the show seemed very familiar to me. This made me reflect on the era the show covers, from the early 1960s to the late 1960s. Mad Men depicts the struggles and lives of that time, and I realized that the women in the show reminded me of the women in Sex and the City. This got me wondering which characters in Mad Men compared to the women in Sex and the City, especially since the two shows are set about 30 years apart. I started to think about how the era of Mad Men might have influenced and improved the lives of the women in Sex and the City. Yet the characters themselves still strongly resemble each other. So I decided to look into the characters of both shows and compare them. Here are my thoughts on which characters from each show closely resemble each other. Make sure to stay tuned until the end of my list because the last two characters might just surprise you. These are just my thoughts, but I hope you enjoy this video and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hello and welcome to Timeless New York City. I'm Lena, and today we're diving into the fascinating world of television history to explore navigating two eras, women of Mad Men and Sex and the City. So grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's journey through the vibrant and dynamic worlds of Mad Men and Sex and the City together. If you're enjoying this series, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with more exciting insights and fascinating content. Mad Men is a critically acclaimed television series set in the 1960s that delves into the world of advertising through the lens of Don Draper, a talented yet troubled creative director at Sterling Cooper. The show paints a vivid picture of the era's social and cultural shifts, particularly through its complex female characters. Betty Draper, Don's wife, struggles with the confines of suburban domesticity and her own personal demons. Peggy Olson starts as Don's secretary, but rises to become a pioneering female copywriter, navigating the male-dominated industry with determination and skill. Joan Holloway, the office manager, uses her charm and intelligence to assert her influence, while grappling with the sexism of the workplace. Megan Draper, Don's second wife, represents a more modern, liberated woman, pursuing her own career aspirations in acting. Each woman's journey highlights the evolving roles and challenges faced by women during this transformative decade. Sex and the City is a groundbreaking television series that follows the lives of four best friends, Carrie Bradshaw, Miranda Hobbes, Charlotte York, and Samantha Jones, as they navigate the complexities of love, friendship, and careers in New York City. Carrie, a witty and introspective columnist, provides the narrative thread through her musings on relationships and personal experiences. Miranda, a fiercely independent lawyer, grapples with balancing her professional ambitions and personal life. Charlotte, the romantic art dealer, searches for true love while maintaining her traditional ideals. Samantha, the confident and uninhibited public relations executive, embraces her sexuality and independence with unapologetic boldness. Set against the vibrant backdrop of Manhattan, the show candidly explores themes of modern womanhood, offering a blend of humor, drama, and fashion. Uncovering the parallels, Mad Men and Sex and the City. At first glance, these shows might seem worlds apart, one set in the 1960s advertising world and the other in the modern dating scene of New York City. But they share some fascinating similarities that make them both unforgettable. First up, we have Peggy Olson and Miranda Hobbes are both ambitious, career-driven women navigating male-dominated fields. Peggy starts as a secretary at Sterling Cooper, but through sheer determination and talent, rises to become a successful copywriter. Similarly, Miranda is a fierce and intelligent lawyer who works tirelessly to excel in her profession. Both characters struggle with balancing their professional aspirations and personal lives. Peggy faces the challenges of being taken seriously in a 1960s office environment, dealing with sexism and the constant need to prove herself. Miranda, although in a more modern setting, faces her own battles with work-life balance, often finding it difficult to juggle her demanding job with her personal relationships and eventual motherhood. Their journeys also involve significant personal growth and self-discovery. Peggy starts off somewhat naive and unsure of herself, but gradually becomes more confident and assertive, learning to stand up for herself in a world that often tries to push her down. Miranda, on the other hand, begins as a cynical and guarded person, but over time, she opens up, learns to embrace vulnerability, and allows herself to seek happiness, both in her career and personal life. Moreover, both Peggy and Miranda have a no-nonsense, pragmatic approach to life. They are not afraid to speak their minds and often serve as the voice of reason among their peers. This straightforwardness makes them both relatable and admirable as they confront and navigate the obstacles in their paths with resilience and authenticity. Fundamentally, Peggy Olson and Miranda Hobbes are trailblazers in their own right, embodying the struggles and triumphs of women striving for success and fulfillment in their careers while dealing with the complexities of their personal lives. Their stories resonate with many because they reflect real-life challenges and the determination to overcome them. Betty Draper and Charlotte York both embody the archetype of the idealized woman, striving for perfection in their respective social settings. Betty, a former model turned housewife, lives in the suburban 1960s, where she is expected to maintain a perfect home and appearance while dealing with her husband's infidelities and her own unhappiness. Charlotte, on the other hand, is a romantic art dealer in late 1990s New York, pursuing an idealized vision of love and marriage while adhering to traditional values. Both characters are deeply influenced by societal expectations and the pressures to conform to specific roles. Betty struggles with the confines of being the perfect wife and mother, often feeling trapped and unfulfilled. She presents a polished exterior but harbors deep-seated insecurities and a sense of loss regarding her own identity. Similarly, Charlotte yearns for a fairy tale romance and a picture-perfect family, often prioritizing these ideals over her own needs and happiness. She faces the disappointment and challenges of maintaining her optimistic outlook in a world that doesn't always align with her dreams. Their personal journeys are marked by a quest for self-discovery and fulfillment. Betty's arc involves a gradual realization of her dissatisfaction with the traditional roles imposed on her. She goes through periods of depression and frustration, ultimately seeking more autonomy and a sense of self beyond her duties as a wife and mother. Charlotte, while initially steadfast in her pursuit of a perfect life, learns to adapt and accept imperfections. Her experiences, including a divorce and struggles with infertility, lead her to a deeper understanding of love and happiness that goes beyond superficial ideals. Both Betty and Charlotte are complex characters who, beneath their poised and controlled exteriors, grapple with profound emotional and psychological challenges. Betty's internal conflicts and Charlotte's evolving perspective on love and family make them deeply human and relatable. They represent the struggles many women face in reconciling societal expectations with personal desires and the journey towards finding authentic happiness. Ultimately, Betty Draper and Charlotte York, despite being from different eras and backgrounds, share the common thread of navigating the pressures of societal ideals while seeking their true selves. Their stories resonate because they reflect the universal challenge of balancing external expectations with internal fulfillment, making them both real and relatable. Megan Draper and Carrie Bradshaw are both creative, independent women who seek to carve out their own paths in life, each navigating the complexities of love and career in New York City. Megan starts as a secretary at Sterling Cooper Draper Price, but quickly transitions into an actress, pursuing her passion for performance in the vibrant world of the 1960s. Carrie, a columnist and writer, chronicles her romantic adventures and personal reflections in the bustling cityscape of the late 1990s and early 2000s. Both characters exhibit a blend of ambition and vulnerability. Megan's shift from the advertising world to acting showcases her desire to break free from traditional roles and follow her dreams, despite the challenges and uncertainties of the entertainment industry. Similarly, Carrie's career as a writer allows her to express herself creatively, but it also exposes her to the highs and lows of public scrutiny and personal introspection. Their journeys highlight the balance between professional aspirations and the quest for self-identity. Their relationships are central to their stories, filled with both passion and complexity. Megan's marriage to Don Draper is marked by moments of intense connection and significant tension, reflecting her struggle to maintain her individuality while supporting her husband's demanding career. Carrie's on-again, off-again relationship with Mr. Big, along with her other romantic entanglements, mirrors her search for a meaningful and stable partnership amidst the chaos of modern dating. Both women experience the exhilaration and heartache that come with deeply emotional relationships. Megan and Carrie are also notable for their fashion-forward sensibilities, using their unique styles as a form of self-expression. Megan's bold, mod-inspired outfits capture the spirit of the 1960s, while Carrie's eclectic and daring wardrobe has become iconic, symbolizing her individuality and fearless approach to life. Their fashion choices are an extension of their personalities, reflecting their confidence and creativity. Furthermore, both characters face the challenges of maintaining their independence and authenticity in environments that often push conformity. Megan's journey in the acting world is fraught with the pressure to succeed and the temptation to compromise her values. Carrie, too, navigates the complexities of staying true to herself while exploring the demands of love, friendship, and career. Their stories resonate with anyone who has struggled to maintain a sense of self amidst external pressures. In essence, Megan Draper and Carrie Bradshaw, though from different eras, share a common thread of pursuing their passions, navigating complicated relationships, and striving to remain authentic. Their realistic portrayal of ambition, vulnerability, and the quest for self-identity makes them deeply relatable and human. For the last two comparisons, it might seem obvious to many at first, but when I really started to rewatch Mad Men, my choice may surprise you. Stick with me and hear me out. Originally, I thought Samantha Jones should have been paired with Joan Holloway because both characters embrace their sexuality and use it as a source of empowerment, often challenging societal norms. They are independent, ambitious, and face their respective challenges with a blend of grace and determination, making them comparable trailblazers in their worlds. Their confidence and ability to assert themselves in male-dominated environments highlight their strength and resilience, making them standout figures in their respective series. However, as I began my rewatch of Mad Men, I saw Samantha more in line with Don Draper. Both Samantha Jones and Don Draper are larger-than-life characters who exude confidence and charisma, making them magnetic figures in their respective worlds. Don, the enigmatic advertising executive, and Samantha, the bold public relations powerhouse, are both at the top of their games professionally. Their success is driven by their ability to navigate complex social dynamics and wield their charm and influence effectively. Both characters have complicated relationships with intimacy and commitment. Don is known for his numerous affairs and struggles with maintaining fidelity, often using romantic escapades as an escape from his inner turmoil and identity crises. Similarly, Samantha embraces her sexual freedom, often avoiding long-term commitments and prioritizing her independence and personal satisfaction. Their approaches to relationships are unconventional, reflecting their desire to maintain control over their lives and avoid vulnerability. Don and Samantha both use escapism as a coping mechanism for their personal issues. Don's troubled past and deep-seated insecurities drive him to alcohol, work, and extramarital affairs to distract himself from his pain. Samantha, while more open about her choices, often uses her vibrant social life and sexual adventures to maintain a sense of control and avoid confronting deeper emotional issues. Their lifestyles, while seemingly glamorous, mask a deeper struggle with self-acceptance and fulfillment. Despite their flaws, both characters are fiercely independent and resilient. Don's journey is marked by his ability to reinvent himself and rise from a difficult upbringing to become a top executive in the advertising world. Samantha, too, is a self-made woman who thrives in the competitive world of public relations, unafraid to assert herself and take risks. Their stories highlight the strength and determination required to succeed in environments that are often challenging and unforgiving. Moreover, both Don and Samantha are adept at presenting a polished exterior while hiding their vulnerabilities. Don carefully curates his image as a confident, successful man, even as he grapples with his inner demons. Samantha projects an image of unshakable confidence and sexual liberation, even as she occasionally reveals moments of doubt and loneliness. This duality makes them complex, multidimensional characters who resonate with viewers. Ultimately, Don Draper and Samantha Jones, despite their different contexts and approaches to life, share a common thread of seeking control and fulfillment in their professional and personal lives. Their struggles with intimacy, independence, and self-identity make them deeply human and relatable, reflecting the universal challenges of balancing ambition, vulnerability, and the quest for genuine connection. Well, there you have it, my choices for the most similar characters between Mad Men and Sex and the City. Do you agree with my comparisons? Were you surprised by the final pairing of Don Draper and Samantha Jones? Or did you also see the similarities? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, which is a brief departure from my series on New York City on TV. I'm currently working on the next installment, Part 16, covering the year 2009, so stay tuned.